Read it. Hello, I'm joeuphonium. My name is Joe, and I play the phonium. Euphonium. And the piano. Welcome back for another reaction to Your Lie in April. We got one final last piece to do. It's the OVA. Again, reaction is where I share my thoughts and feelings as a musician to a piece of media that deals with music and musicians. So we got this last OVA to Your Lie in April, and then I'm going to just share some of my final thoughts about the series, some things that I didn't get to capture in my final double reaction to the series. So, without any further ado, let's go. Wow, hearing this music again is like taking me way back. After the emotional roller coaster of the previous part, the ending. Okay. Oh yeah, someone had said that it's about Kosei's little recital. And when he played, oh, there's Kaori. Now that we know that it's her, we knew that she was in there. Oh, and that's the picture. Oh, nice for them to give us the original intro back. I loved this song. So yeah, I remember going through Your Lie in April, and, you know, like when I was doing Sound Euphonium, I focused a lot heavily on the musical stuff, and I think I brought some of that to Your Lie in April, in terms of, like, I was, like, really looking forward to that, and almost, like, tunnel vision. But Your Lie in April, something I've learned, looking back on some of my reactions, is that, you know, Your Lie in April really taught me to focus a lot more on the character drama. And now, like, coming back to it, I mean, I'm realizing, you know, I mean, there's probably going to be a musical performance. Someone said that I'll finally get to hear it. But, I mean, I am interested to see more of these characters, just because they are fun characters to see, especially them as little kids now. It'll be interesting to see, like, where some of their personalities and things that we would later come to know get formed. Oh, little Emmy. We forget that some of them have a family here. Oh yeah, this is before all of them get affected by Kosei's playing. Very crisp and clear already from such a young age there, yeah. Oh yeah, really. That very good control of touch to get that little out. And yeah, the accent there. Again, you know, a younger kid might not be able to differentiate in hearing. Oh, wow. That really is, yeah, the different colors, and wow. And yet, what I was saying, a young kid might not be able to differentiate even the different sounds. The differences between those sounds, let alone, like, how to actually utilize their growing motor skills to actually get those out. That's why that's an achievement, wow. Just so delicate there. I could see why he was so... Wow. I can see why he's so celebrated for that. And now crying. Yeah, how do they oh, okay, I was gonna say, do we get to see a little bit more there, of like what exactly how they stop that? Oh, here's a little inspirational music. How it gets kind of seeded into all their lives. He's not gonna pick up on that. He's got his juice box. Mozart Sonata.
久しぶりです、落合先生。
あら、お珍しい。高柳先生。
Oh, look who it is.
今見ている子がいましてね。
見ている子
Little monster there.
小
Little
学生
hothead, really.
権威主義の俗物が
Maybe this is before he got all hot-headed and dramatic.
ですよ。
よろしくね。
Maybe he was a normal little kid. Oh, it's Nagi, isn't it?
すげえ。すげえよ。極まんま韓国かよ。
Actually, I mean, we did see bits and pieces of this throughout the series, but it actually is, wow, yeah.
西部劇のクールな
This is really nice to get it all encapsulated into just one little feature so we can,
鋼鉄の心臓。
I guess like understand the connections a little more strongly between all these players from a young age.
まるで超合金の。くそ。また外した。なんであいつみたいに弾けねえんだ。一体どんな練習してんだ
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I'd like to see some more of his actual practice things. Yeah, well, repetition is good for internalizing, especially for young kids.
ま
マフィーユ。フランス語で我が娘という意味さ。
We didn't know that. That's
じゃ
sad.
あ、ありがとうございました。行事でうちの学校だけ休校。こんなチャンス
Oh, the music is. What piece that?
ギター
It's like a little fun little variation on this song, I guess. You know what, maybe we could have gotten a little bit more of this during the show proper, because this is making Takashi a bit more endearing as a character.
おいおい、もうずっと指の反復練習ばっかじゃねえ
That would explain it. Yeah. Like I said, yeah, repetition is good for young kids for internalizing and memorizing all that. So if he's doing that much, then yeah, that's why they can do all those fine touch and texture fluency on the keyboard stuff with him.
退屈でしんどいだけの反復練習ばっか。きっとあいつは譜面が体に染み込むまで、
Yeah.
譜面通りに正確に再現できるまで。
I mean, when you're older, there are more effective ways of manipulating your learning, but yeah. Yeah, like this part. It's reminiscent of one of the pieces we listened to in one of the performances in this. Is that supposed to be Hannon? Whoa, little kids actually being drawn with their full eyes, like the one over there. That's something that we didn't get a lot of in the rest of the show.
なんだよあの演奏。ちっとも楽譜通りじゃねえじゃん。なのに、なんでだよ。
Yeah, well, there's more to it than just sticking to the score, especially at high octane competition levels. But I don't know. I can't tell their age, so it's hard to tell their level. Don't know exactly all they're playing, so like. Okay. Oh. I'm sorry, Takashi.
見出しやがった。井川恵美。
You know, that's not something we got a lot of in the rest of the show. What his exact relationship and perspective on Emmy was. It was all everything as it was related to Kosei.
大好きなサッカーだってやってね。
So this is the beginning of his obsession and super focus, but probably also of his
新しいおもちゃを
rapid climb and
友
skill.
達の誘いだって断る。俺も
Probably explains why he's kind of awkward and bizarre later on in life. He's insulating himself this
音楽
much.
してる音が聞きたい。
Oh wow, he was there too, watching it.
降りろ。次は絶対できる。
Oh, this is his second jump.
男なら行け。
Oh wow. Nice to see that little moment fleshed out, and also, yeah, this is gonna really mess up Takashi. because like he thinks that he's cutting all this out of his life and. Okay, maybe it'll be okay. Okay, good. You're not gonna just destroy your whole life for this. Gotta have fun in there too. Oh, good. You're still climbing. That's pretty intense. Oh, not good. Don't want to carpal tunnel yourself. You ruin it. You ruin everything forever.
ここのところ根詰め明日お医者さんに店に行ってください。はい、先生すみませんでした。こちらこそ、全然気づかなくて。
Oh, yeah.
どうして痛くなるまで我慢したの？
She did get damage. That's not good. Yeah. Tendinitis, carpal tunnel, there's a repetitive motion, there's a bunch of stuff you can ruin your hands with. That's why you need good, healthy practice habits. Oh, okay. More little mushroom head here. Oh, nice little callback there. They're setting up the playground. Ooh, tendinitis. Okay, yeah. That's one of the big ones. My brother's always piano teacher would always be warning me about that. Oh. Is that the one before the famous performance where he got angry then? Oh, and the one with... Oh. Yeah, whoa, okay. That ended on a very foreboding note. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, I mean, I know we got little bits and pieces of those scenes, like, sprinkled across the series, especially in the character development episodes for the respective people, Takashi, Emi, Kosei, and whatnot. But I think it was really nice that they kind of compiled those in this own little story about how they were all kind of finding music through Kosei, and then, figuring out, it's how hard it was, and how they're gonna practice, stick to it, and all that stuff. And yeah, it ended on that little, first that kind of happier note of, they're all together, it's gonna be okay, because we kind of get a feeling of how things are gonna proceed into the relationship they would have as older children with Kosei and the rest of the series proper. But then, yeah. Way to fling that at us, Your Light in April, right at the end there, with that little note, my mom's going to watch me play. Because we know what comes from that. Final thoughts on Your Light in April? Well, I mean, first I'll address the big one. Yes, I know I did not cry at the end of the last episode. And like, I mean, you've all been watching this show with me, and you know that I like to focus, like I say, my perspective as a musician on this piece of media that deals with music and musicians. And I mean, yeah, the piece was emotional, the final Chopin Ballade. I guess for me, I mean, as a musician, I listen to things differently. I mean, I can't just sit back and enjoy the emotional thing and just kind of let it take me, but at the same time I'm also thinking about this is a reaction I want to be giving something and discussing something, so I want to be able to share, and so I got to be thinking deeper than that when I'm hearing the music. It still registers as emotional to me, but it's just not what I'm going to be choosing to focus on in that moment. So yeah, that's why I started talking about how the show uses the music in such a very good way to help tell the story. Which is something very unique about how this show's done it, using all the mediums of sight, sound, and everything else, especially the final performances like that, where, like I was saying, it's going through the feelings that Kosei's feeling. And I guess I just took, rather than just to sit there and go through the feelings along with the audience, I just, explain and point that out, because I like to think that, me sharing that, those perspectives as being a musician and all that is kind of what I can contribute best to these shows. I mean, like, any reactor can go and say, oh, it's so emotional and the feels and whatnot, but I mean, I want to actually talk about why and like how this is such a good idea for the storytelling of the show, because I can understand music in that way, so I think I can understand the creator, studio, animator's intent with that, and the music, and contribute what I know music-wise to an understanding of what's happening in the show. And I think that, that's what makes me stand out. So, I mean, yeah, I know I talk through things, I sometimes lose focus, but, I'm just trying to do and say what I think I can contribute most uniquely to the experience of watching this show. And I don't know, I just felt like we were kind of pushed right, next scene, okay, now we're in the cemetery, and then we got the letter thing. It was, I don't know, at least for me, it felt like the show the show took that final episode very briskly, and didn't really sit down and dwell on Kaori's mortality there as much as previous episodes had. The one with the dead cat, that was really hammering it into us. I think I also, you watch me watching the show where I just kind of go, that's kind of me emoting through that. So I just kind of accepted it as it came along, and then it was just, okay, let's focus on the next scene. Let's focus on something to say for the next scene. Maybe that's why I did. It was sad. Not the saddest thing I've seen, but yeah, it was sad. I think also the fact that I was not counting all the comments that I was getting by episode 6 about people saying Kaori dies at the end. Not counting that, I think I was already kind of clued into what was going to happen, just from the way, the tone, and just the general attitude of the show by episode 15 and onwards, 14, 15 or whatever. I think I had already kind of figured it out that, that Kaori dying was a possibility, and then shortly after that realizing not only was it a definite possibility, but it looked like the way the narrative was going, it was inevitable. So I think once I started thinking about that, that's when I guess I could say the grieving process started, and then just, it wasn't one burst of emotion dealing and digesting that. It was over a long course. So maybe that's why, I don't know. Again, everyone reacts and absorbs, digests things differently, and that's how I did. Like I said in a previous reaction, a lot of the lessons Kaori teaches are real-life performer mentality things that can be taken to heart. And can be very beneficial for performance. I will be honest and say that a lot of what she was saying even taught me and helped me look at things a little differently and get more excited and take that other perspective with my own musical studies and performances too. So yeah, those are my last thoughts on Your Lie in April. Let me know what you thought of this reaction or of my last thoughts. I'm going to be sticking to the 2 other shows I have going right now, Mozart in the Jungle and the Nome Cantabile, seeing those through to their completion before I add any other shows. I really like that balance of having a live action show and then an animated show, and I think I might keep that from now on. I do have some extra content that I've already filmed that I'm getting ready to roll out, some new kind of series thing. I've got to start adding more things to this channel that are not strictly reactions. So I can't wait to share those with you as soon as they're done and ready. Until then, thanks for watching it with me. I'm Euphonium, my name is Joe, and I play the euphonium. See ya! Happy playing! Hey, did you like that video? Well, I've got more. Right now, I'm reacting to 3 shows: Mozart in the Jungle, Nodame Cantabile, and Your Lie in April. If you haven't seen any of those before, click the videos to start at the first reaction. New reactions get posted every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And check out some of the other stuff I have on my channel too. Enjoy, and happy playing!